Have you got your life balance right? Have you got the time and the energy to do everything that you want to do for the people who are important to you? If not, then this is going to be a good opportunity for us to look at what is going on in your life and begin to make changes. Sometimes we know that things are just not right, and we say, I really should try and lose weight, or I must get a new job. I ought to start doing an exercise class, and yet somehow never get around to it. Because none of these statements indicate that a firm decision has been made and a commitment to take action. Until you make a decision and you commit to taking action, then I can guarantee that nothing will change. So, unless you want to end your days regretting all the things that you felt you should, you must, you really ought to do, then now is the time to take action. You need to remember that you're not a passive participant in life, and that everything that happens to you is a direct response to decisions that you've made. But where do you start? Before you can make a decision and commit to taking action, it's really useful to assess how well your life is working right now. And that's where the balance wheel comes in. You'll see on the wheel different spokes which relate to different areas of your life. And the 0 in the middle indicates things being just about as bad as they could be, whereas a 10 is that perfect score where your life is functioning really well in that area. Think about how you would rate each area of your life, one at a time, and make a mark along the spoke. Don't take too long to do this. Go with your gut feeling. Often your emotional response is the best indicator to how things are working for you and how you feel about something. And when you've finished, connect all your marks together around the circle. The more uneven your wheel, the more unbalanced your life is, and the rockier your ride. So now it's time to do something with the information that you've got. You might choose to start working with the area which you've given the lowest score to, or that has the greatest impact on the rest of your life. Bearing in mind that 0 is as bad as it can be, and 10 is as good as it can be, ask yourself why you've given that mark for this particular area of your life. So bearing in mind what you've just written down, you can ask yourself, what would my life be like in this area if I were able to give it a mark of 10? Then ask, what changes do I need to make in order to get it to a 10? Would there be any negative consequences or any downside to making those changes? If there are, how would you deal with them? And what resources, skills or support do you need in order to help you to get that score up to the 10 level? And finally, where can you get those resources, those skills or that support that you need? Repeat this process for each spoke on the wheel so that what you're doing is creating a map for yourself. You're showing where your life is at the moment, what it's like, what changes you need to make, and how you can go about it. If you've scored any area between 4 and 6, then you do need to be wary of being trapped in the comfort zone. Things aren't that bad, they're not great, they're not perfect, but they're tolerable. If you've placed any score in the comfort zone, and the idea of enjoying the benefits of being able to score it as a 10 isn't inspiring you to make an action plan, then ask yourself, what will you experience in a year or two's time if you continue as you are? And what would it be like if your score for this area slipped down to a 1 or a 2? I want you to create a really vivid picture in your mind of just how bad things could get if you don't make changes, and see if that motivates you. It's interesting that people will often do more to avoid pain than achieve pleasure, so use this principle to galvanize you into action. Take time now to look at each area of your life and create an action plan for how you're going to make your changes. If the change just seems way too much, the difference between where you are now and where you want to be seems too huge, then chunk your actions down into small bite-sized pieces, remembering that each step along the way is going to boost your confidence and take you nearer to where you want to be. So now you've got your blueprint, you've decided where you'll start, it's time to take action. And well done, this is the first step to achieving the life that you want. But before we move on, I want you to make a firm commitment to taking some action tomorrow, or better still today, to achieve one of your goals. Make sure it's achievable, and above all, do it. And as you start working towards achieving these goals and improving your scores, it's time to monitor your thoughts and to make sure that you don't self-sabotage. It's critically important now for you to start thinking of yourself as having already achieved all of the changes that you want to make in your life. So if you want to be super fit, then imagine yourself with a fit body and how that would feel. Keep imagining yourself doing all the activities that will make you fit and enjoying them. Keep your thoughts positive and remember, celebrate your successes. And that's really all there is to it. You can download a PDF of the Life Balance Guide at stressfreeforever.com/stresshelp.html. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave me a comment below and also look at the other videos and resources which are on my website and on YouTube. Thank you.